All right, let's dive right in. We're going to break down two brand new U.S. financial rules that are about to change how you send money home and apply for a visa. This is everything you need to know. So, let me ask you, are you an F1 student, an H-1B worker, or maybe you're someone who regularly sends money back home to your family? If you said yes to any of those, well, this explainer is absolutely for you. These changes are going to have a direct impact on your wallet. You're definitely going to want to listen up for this. Starting next year, the way things work for sending money and getting visas is getting a major shakeup, and you need to be ready for it. So where's all this coming from? It's part of a new law. Some call it the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. We're going to break down the two pieces that matter most to you, a completely new remittance tax and a new visa fee. Okay, think of it like this. On one side, you've got a 1% tax on certain money transfers. And on the other, there's this new $250 fee for visa applicants. Now, they're totally separate, they work in different ways, and we're going to look at each one piece by piece. First up is this remittance tax. It's a 1% tax on money you send out of the US. But, and this is the absolute key, it only hits non-digital transfers. You know, the paper stuff. Think sending cash, using money orders, or getting a cashier's check.
So who pays this? And more importantly, how do you get around it? Well, it applies to pretty much everyone. Citizens, visa holders, you name it. But here's the crucial loophole. If you use digital methods, like a bank transfer or services like Wise, you're exempt. You don't have to pay it. That is the number one thing to remember here.
Okay, now for rule number 2, the visa integrity fee. This is a new $250 fee you'll have to pay upfront for most non-immigrant visas. We're talking F1 students, H-1B workers, the whole lot. But here's the magic word. It's potentially refundable. So, when is all this actually happening? Let's get out our calendars. The $250 visa fee kicks in first on October 1st, 2025. Then, a few months later, the 1% remittance tax starts on January 1st, 2026. You're going to want to circle those dates. Now that we know what's coming, the big question is, what do you actually do about it? So, let's get into the playbook, your personal strategy for navigating these new rules like a pro. We've got a simple 5-step plan to help you handle these changes without breaking a sweat. We'll go through each one, but really it all boils down to being smart about your transfers, planning your budget, and, just staying on top of the rules. Step 1 is the big one. It's the game changer for anyone sending money home. To completely 100% avoid that new tax, just stop using cash or money orders. Make the switch to digital. It is that simple. Things like ACH, Swift, or Wise, those are your new best friends.
Now, if you're applying for a visa, steps 2 and 3 are for you. First, you've got to budget for that extra $250 right up front. And if you want to get that money back, you have to be a model visa holder. That means exiting the country on time, not working without permission. You have to follow every single rule to the letter.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Why are these rules even being put in place, and what could the fallout be? We're going to take a look at the government's goals and some of the major criticisms coming from the experts. So the main reason for all this, it's about generating revenue. The U.S. government is projecting that this one tax alone will bring in up to $10 billion over the next decade. That's a huge number, and the idea is to use it to fund other government programs. But here's the catch. Some economists are worried this tax might actually backfire. They predict it could cause a 1.6% drop in official money transfers. The big fear is that people might start using informal, untraceable ways to send money instead, basically pushing it underground. And that's not just a number on a chart, it has a real human impact. Experts from big organizations like the Center for Global Development are warning that this could seriously hurt the economies in countries that depend on that money. It could weaken the financial safety nets for families in places like India and Mexico. And it's not just the remittance tax that's getting some heat. The visa fee is also getting a lot of pushback. Travel and education groups are saying it might discourage international students and tourists from coming to the U.S. That could hurt universities and the tourism industry, especially with a massive event like the 2026 World Cup right around the corner. So after all that, what does this actually mean for you? It's really easy to look at these new rules as just more headaches, but the key is to shift your perspective and see them as challenges you can absolutely manage. Let's talk about your path forward.
I really love this quote from KP Singh. It really hits the nail on the head. These policies, they create friction for sure, but they are not giant, insurmountable barriers. With the awareness you have right now and just a little bit of planning, you are more than equipped to handle this and thrive. At the end of the day, these financial rules are just logistics, right? They're things to manage. Never forget the real reason for your journey. Your education, the work you're doing, and your integrity. Those are your true investments, and they will always pay off way more than any fee or tax will ever cost you. Look, moving forward is all about being informed and being strategic. These new rules are just numbers on a page. Your ambition, your goals, that's the real engine here. So the only question left is, now that you have the clarity, are you ready to make your plan?